Hello, dear friends. Welcome to another Spiritist magazine program here at Kardec Radio. My name is Shane Martin. We're talking to you and broadcasting to you from the Spirit Society of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia. What a blessing. Today's article is from issue 56 of the magazine, the newest issue of the Spiritist magazine. However, if you're new, if you'd like to know more, we always like to bring to your attention that if you were to visit spiritistmagazine.org, this is the webpage of the Spiritist magazine. Here you would find links to the PDF downloads of all of the issues free of charge to you. You just have to find the issue that you want and just download. A link to the Facebook page of the Spiritist magazine. You would find another way to know when the issues come out. This broadcast is also shared and streaming as well on the Spiritist magazine Facebook page. We have a link to download the app from the App or Google stores, where you can find all of the issues free of charge as well. You can read on your phone, on your tablet, whatever you take it in the road with you. And of course, this is 100% volunteer enterprise. There are costs associated to keeping the Spiritist magazine, even though for you it's free. So if you feel so inclined, you may donate, use the donate button there as well. Today's issue is from articles from issue 56. So if you click on the article, you can go to link. You would be able to download the issue free for you, for your computer, and that's what you're going to see later. And we're going to talk about this article here. Each issue of the Spiritist magazine comes with one article that is translated. I was part of this translation as well with the Spirit Society of Virginia, which is now it's awaiting its publication, so you are able to get one chapter of the book Spiritist Conduct by Luiz by going to the Spiritist magazine. And it's very easy to browse, read. It's very, very beautiful, highest quality, free of charge to you and I. And because the Spiritist magazine has also articles from the book Good News, that is also not yet in English but translated, you have many other topics as well. And I'm looking for this one. And then here you have easy teachings for the children as well in different languages. If you feel so inclined, you can order from the Spiritist magazine, directly from the Spiritist magazine website, the physical copy of the magazine. It will take you to the MagCloud, which is the partner of the magazine. You would be able to receive the magazine at your house for a minimal cost, just cost of production of the magazine, highest quality. You can have it on your home for your home studies as well. Isn't that beautiful? Lots and lots of resources so that we can bring about the best of our abilities in this lifetime. Issue 56 was published in January, which means next month in April, if you're watching this as it first comes out. But it doesn't matter, because the teachings of the spirits, the superior spirits, are timeless. So what you read today, it will be valid, because we follow the laws of God, the laws of God that's brought to us by our Master Christ. So those are moral teachings that will be valuable in this life, in the next life, so on and so forth. This is the article that we're going to be talking about: Spiritist Conduct on Public Roads. If you feel so inclined, say hi, say your name, leave a comment, share, so others can benefit from this study as well. So we chose this specific article because we want to remind ourselves of the importance of our behavior in society, how what we do, what I do, what you do impact the overall well-being of everyone. So we have about 7.8, teetering 7.8 billion with a B, reincarnated beings on this earth today, plus our spirit friends, our mentors and guides, so on and so forth, plus all the spiritual colonies associated to the earth. It's a lot of human beings in both realms of life interacting. So what we see on exterior, what we see in around us in our neighborhoods in different countries is a reflection of what you and I do, because what you see outside is a direct action of each and every one of us. Is the sum of every one of us. It's also can be found in the book Foreign Life by Emmanuel. There's a chapter here talking about association, and he talks about how we are the product of the thoughts of thousands of beings, and thousands of beings are the product of our thoughts, because when you're thinking, you're sending that thought out to the universal cosmic fluid and getting back the same vibrational tune. So it's very important that we remind ourselves these very practical tips on how you go about and live this best reincarnation possible in this world. Without further ado, welcome if you're joining us. I'm going to be reading and making some comments based on my notes here as well. As you see, the Spiritist conduct book was written by the Spirit Andrea Luiz, and the mediumship is Valdo Vieira. It says, demonstrate by examples that Spiritists are Christians in all places. So we're not just Christians when we go to the Spiritist Center, when we are in a religious institution, or when we are praying. We are Christians everywhere. That means we need to embody and exemplify the teachings of the Master everywhere we go, in the road, at work, while taking a shower, while taking the trash out, while I interact with the neighbor, so on. The Lord's harvest is the entire world. Christ is at the helm. His harvest is everything that we see and we don't see in this planet and beyond. Remember, there are Christ spirits taking care of other planets, solar systems, and galaxies as well. So we need to bring forth our Christian values everywhere. First, he talks about cleanliness. Collaborate in keeping public roads clean, to not litter the sidewalks or throw waste down the sewers. Those with good values reveal themselves in the smallest acts. And that's very easy to visualize, that the places that are more pleasant don't have trash around. If the people don't litter the sidewalks and roads, then there's no trash to be accumulated. So it is a direct reflection of each and every little decision. Wait and throw it in the trash, or toss it out of the car window. So he says, the good values reveal themselves in the smallest acts, the little things that we can train ourselves to do automatically. From the cleanliness of the roads. If nobody's throwing trash, the roads will be clean. So on and so forth. All right. Respect with cordiality and kindness the rights of others, of every passerby, whoever they may be. No matter who they are, we need to respect their right. We have the right to be there, so have they. The practice of charity does not require special circumstances. Just having come from a more privileged background does not give us special privilege. When we live in society, we're fulfilling the law of society. We use, amongst other things, we use our talents to improve the lives of one another. When I use my scientific knowledge to improve the health of my patients, then I'm fulfilling one of my duties within society. When I use my intellect to build roads, I'm doing so. So when I earn my money that goes into the taxes, so that the state and the federal government can provide services for all, such as roads, then it's also my responsibility to know that my neighbors contributed as well. Even though it's up to me to improve my life, my talents, my circumstances. We also didn't get here. We didn't all build our own roads to get to school every day. That is done by a public entity. And then I have the right to be there, so do my neighbors as well. There's no special circumstances. Jesus didn't say, oh, I'm not going that way because it's not paved, or they're not carrying me on a chariot, right? So we have to really embody those Christian values. Greet those whom you see daily with serenity and joy, inspiring trust in them. A fraternal greeting is a badge of peace. How many times right now people are walking, running, walking their animals, their dogs, and all they do is sometimes they're like, we don't greet one another anymore. And Luiz is saying, greet those with serenity and joy. Say hi to them. Keep your distance, be safe. But look around and notice nature. Notice the birds feeding, the leaves now here, the flowers blooming. Say hi to the neighbors. Leave your cell phone off or leave it on your pocket so that you can actually be present with the place you are versus glued to the phones and the tablets or whatever we're doing. And of course, when we're driving, we should do this as well, right? It says, demonstrate kindness and understanding towards everyone, providing good information to those who ask. Assist the children, the sick, and anyone who may feel overly tired in their transiting from this or that duty. Small gestures of solidarity sow everlasting sympathy and joy. Everyone, no matter what they look like, no matter what their fashion is, no matter how they present themselves in the world, the color of their skin, we need to be understanding and kind to all. It's a duty for us to live in peace in this world that is so in need of help. Remember, the environment we are is a sum of all of us. So if each and every one of us is able to slowly but surely do those small acts of kindness and understanding, then it multiplies, it augments. Emmanuel says in the book, For in Life, the chapter Assistance, the assistance we receive reflects what we've given. And he also says a little bit later in the chapter that when we do good deeds without asking for a reward out of the kindness of our hearts, then the spirits join us and further help us in our endeavor. So there's just so much to do, assisting everybody. Wouldn't you like to be assisted if you were young, if you were ill, or if you're tired? Or do you want people to judge and be grumpy towards us? We want assistance. Therefore, we start by embodying those Christian values everywhere. We assist first, and then eventually we'll be assisted as well. Refrain from provoking upheaval by speaking loudly or making inappropriate jokes. Keep quiet and respectful around private properties, and show due respect before hospitals, schools, temples, and prisons. Moral elegance is the living seal of education. Schools, hospitals, temples, and prisons. How many of us goes into our children's schools with no reverence towards what's happening there? And they're spending 8 hours with a bunch of other kids and their teachers and the support staff. We need to have reverence for the education they're receiving. Hospitals. How many people go to the hospital and act like it's a party, while it's a place of healing? Where we enter hospital, we can pray, or school, visualize the mentors acting through the nurses, the physicians, the therapists, or the cleaning folks. So you can, with your mind, purify with reverence to the sacredness of that institution. We have medicine on the earth that can cure many ills. That is such a blessing that God grant us that opportunity. We don't live like we lived 2,000 years ago, where a cut could kill you out of infection. So when we go to those places, because it's so common to us, especially here in developed countries, and that is everywhere, we don't think about it. But there are many places on the earth don't have hospitals, don't have schools. What are the reverence for the ability to have that institution? And the beauty of you co-creating with God in a lesser plane when you visualize the healing coming through the hands of those who care, cleansing the spiritual environment so these mentors can come and work with the patients, or inspiring the teachers in school, the support staff of the cafeteria. There's so much reverence. Temples and prisons as well, because there's a lot of suffering in prison. And there's a lot of help that happens in temples, spiritist centers, churches, all kinds of temples, religious temples, because that's where the spirits can go and have healing. Might be a spiritual hospital attached there. There's so much. We cannot just go en passant, not be clean, organized, and have a certain decorum of the way we dress, speak, and act, because the spirits are there. If we could only see the beauty of the spirits working around us, we would be way more respectful and concerned about how am I acting, how am I dressing, am I appropriate? Because not because of out of vanity or fashion, because the spirits don't care about that. But we may be quiet, but our mind is churning. We may not say anything, but we're criticizing the dresses of others or the actions of others. So if we could see both realms, like some ostensive mediums can, we would act differently, probably. He says, do not make fun of the crippled or those who have disabilities, the mentally ill or the homeless, nor of the animals that cross your path. The earth is a school for the souls. And it's a school and a hospital. We are learning and we are ill. We are purifying the things we've done in the past through many different ways. The way our physical body is composed, the way our minds work, the way we treat those who are less capable of defending themselves, such as the animals and children and the elderly. The unfortunate deserves greater compassion. Those who have less of an ability that we and I have, those who have a disability or an impairment that is different from what we experience, they're not less than us. They just have a different way of experiencing, because today you may have oral faculties. Today we are in the United States of America. We have all this comfort, but tomorrow, next reincarnation, you don't know. We may be the ones reincarnated in a less comfortable position, a less physically comfortable position. Laws are not as encompassing towards those who have disabilities. There's no ramps, there's no elevators. So it's a lot of little things we need to give thanks to and not make fun of anybody, because we don't like being made fun of. So why are we making fun of others? And we need to teach those around us that it's not okay. So if someone says something that is inappropriate, we have to kindly put our foot down and say, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. We cannot talk about these people this way. It's not okay to belittle people based on the way they look, based on the fact that they have lesser capacity of seeing or hearing, walking, whatever that is. They're doing their part in the evolutionary path that they have, and you are doing yours. We are doing ours. Protect with zeal pathways and yards, monuments and sidewalks, trees and other resources of beauty and comfort wherever you find yourself. Public spaces are a living room for the entire community. It goes down to don't leave your trash behind. Don't destroy things. Don't take nature with you home. Don't harm anything. And protect with zeal. When we go in reverence for the beauty and the gratefulness that we need to have towards God and all of the resources that we have, imagine the air being cared for day and night by the superior spirits. If you see something, collect the trash, pick up the thing, help others who are less capable than you are, Plant beautiful things in your house. Care for your garden and yard, not the synthetic, full of chemical way, but in the way that brings in the animals and the pollinators and the little critters that you can watch and see the circle of life, because we are together in this. The mineral kingdom, the vegetable kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the human kingdom, and the spirit world. In both realms, we are all interconnected. We all affect one another. So it's very important to have that reverence. What am I doing when I'm in public, when I'm in a place that belongs to everyone? And how can I be an agent of the good in each and every way I can? Last but not least, each chapter ends with a Bible quote, and this one is from Paul's letters to the Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15, quote, "See then that you walk circumspectly," unquote, by Paul. And here are some explanations on the use of the word sympathy as a sense of mutual understanding, and education is more of the politeness, civility, values, something about, the good manners as we used to be. So this is chapter 19 of the book Spiritist Conduct by Luiz. And then we wait its publication. But right now you can go and review. And always, always, friends, we want to make sure that we think about, how can I make a difference today? How does this apply to me? Am I fulfilling the laws of God? Am I working in a way that makes life for everyone the best it can be? Remember, you can write to us at spiritistmagazine@gmail.com. Do you have a talent? Do you know something? Are you able to write and translate and make beautiful messages? Get in touch with the editor-in-chief. Explain what your talents are, how you would like to contribute, and you can be a part of the Spiritist magazine as well. Between now and the next time we meet, God willing, I'll be here with you next week. But between now and then, I wish you well. I wish you to stay safe, to stay connected with your community so that you can take care of yourself and others. Until now and next time, have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.